Now let's write a story-based BSL from scratch, from research to the very end. So for this one, I will use this like teeth whitening serum. And let's start with research. So I want you to do market research. This is an example. So I want you to do market research for, let's provide the product info. So the serum, I'll add some more info there in the brackets. All right, so I'm gonna just copy paste this, put it here, and then expand on the quotes. Now let's continue with common solutions that fail to work. And let's quickly overview what it just spat out. So target customer and their pain points. So the demographic are women, men, age 25-45, urban, suburban, active social media users, career-focused, social butterflies, dating app users, started there with coffee, tea, multiple social interactions, video calls, selfies, after work social engagements, may smoke, hesitate during client presentations or important meetings, self-conscious, cover the mouth, reduce confidence, reluctance to speak, concern about appearing unprofessional, anxiety about first dates, discomfort, reluctance to smile, dating app hesitation, reduced spontaneity, fear of judgment, concept awareness, feeling older, frustration, concern about mental health, comparisons to others, anxiety, once again. Okay, some quotes. So I hate how my teeth look in every photo. I'm also tired. I'm so tired of doing that closed-up smile. Probably look awkward, but it's better than showing my yellow teeth. Great, another coffee meeting. I'll have to sit there the whole time trying to talk without showing my teeth. Why can't you just smile normally like everyone else? Let's pick out I will pick out like 3 to 5 best ones. I should really stop drinking coffee, but who am I kidding? I need it to function. Everyone else in the office seems to have such perfect smiles. They probably think I don't care about myself, but I've tried everything. These whitening strips are killing my gums. I got a big presentation next week. All eyes will be on me. Maybe I should stand further back from the team so they won't notice my teeth so much. Another wedding invitation. I remove that. I spent $200 on this whitening kit and my teeth are still yellow. So that's 2 weeks wasted. My dating profile would look much better if I could show my real smile. I brush twice a day, floss, use whitening toothpaste. Whether my teeth still look like this, it's not fair. I'm so sick of worrying about every time I look in the mirror. Everyone says I should smile more. All right, so here I would remove this one, leave these ones. Yeah. Now the common solutions. Now common assumptions about the problem. Let's leave that. Delete this. So Crest 3D white strips. So they might think that these are popular, have good reviews. My teeth are so sensitive now, I can't even finish the treatment, and the results are barely noticeable. Professional whitening, UV light home kits, natural charcoal powder, oil pulling, baking soda, hydrogen peroxide rinse, apple cider vinegar, whitening gum, lead light strips. I'll keep all of those. So now the common assumption about their problem. So I will just put it there. So I can later just paste it into AI. So write 2020 quotes our target customer. I won't even like fill this out. I'll just leave target customer since I'm using the same chat. So I want to be able to laugh freely in public. I dream of going on first dates and focus on the conversation instead of managing how I smile and talk. Ordering whatever I want at coffee shops. looking back at photos, feeling confident. So now about the problem. So now break down the actual root cause of why the target audience has yellow teeth. And then we'll have our unique mechanism, and then that's it. So primary causes, natural structure, but I will say what's the most common real cause that V35 solves. He glitched out. All right, I think we're back. So yellow undertones in teeth are visually apparent regardless of their cause, just like how skin can have different undertones. Why does it keep glitching out? Okay, I'll just copy paste these. Now the unique mechanism. So I attach all this research that I have. And let's create a unique mechanism. So I have attached all the research that we have for our product, the V34 colored corrector serum. And I wanted to create a unique mechanism for the problem and then the solution. And then we can, once we have that, we can start writing. All right, let me pick out my favorite one. And then we will begin a new chat. So UMP yellow undertone effect, just like skin teeth naturally have undertones. When these undertones are yellow, does it say on the product page? Undertone. Yep, it does, but it doesn't say like so specific. So I like this mechanism straight away. So social smile gap in the age of consult. There's a growing gap between how often we need to smile. Okay, now I won't even read these. This is the unique mechanism I like. So now I open the new chat and I will use this prompt to engineer AI to writing Facebook QSLs. Then here in this one, I will also add here are the unique mechanism, problem, and solution. All right, it confirmed. Now I attach all the product research that I have. So I copy all of this, put it in AI. I copy paste the entire product page, put it in AI, and use this prompt. So I've attached the product page for our V34 serum, and target audience is 25 to 44-year-olds. Let me see what the target audience is here. Let's put it like that. The main pain point the product solves is yellow teeth and the embarrassment, insecurities that come with having yellow teeth. Insecurities. So the spokesperson in the VSL is, who can we say? A 35-year-old woman works at an office, HR, which is important for having a good image, drinks 2 to 3 cups during work alone, 1 to 2 more outside of work. Tried many solutions, but nothing worked. Always conscious, afraid to show teeth when talking, and afraid to smile. So now, this one, I would say it can be like 5 minutes long because it's not too complicated. And 5 minute long script would be, let me ask ChatGPT. Oh, wait. All right, I asked ChatGPT. It said basically 600 to 750 words. And now I use this prompt here, and it will give me an outline. And then all I need is to use the outline. I will generate the entire script, and then we'll get to hooks. Now let's use this outline. Where do we have the beginning? The purple discovery that changed my smile forever. Let's review this outline real quick. So let's clean this up a bit. So the hook, letter it up about coffee stains being a distraction from the real problem. Drink in addition to the HR professional. Personal story, daily coffee, relatable moments, building tension. Stake, critical moments, desperate search for a solution, common solutions that failed. Discovery, the strains were in the real problem. Yeah, overall, a pretty solid outline. So let's see how it turns out. So let me use text fixer to add paragraph breaks after each line. Here I would also put hooks, and then leads, and then body copy. And then I add some formation to it. All right. Now let's continue until the end of the VSL. Let's add a gap there to separate it. I also noticed that AI, whenever you need to use a woman's name, it almost always uses Sarah. So I would definitely replace that as well. Now, this is the end of the VSL. So benefits and reality check, part 6, transformation. So now I think we could even generate the hooks. So because we have our video script, kind of, it's not fully fit, it's not like finished and edited, but we have the core of it. So I will share it here. I would actually remove the dentist part at the beginning. So remove that, add this one, and then for the hooks, you attach the video script, attach more product info research. I don't need that right now. And then I will replace this with, actually, let me edit this. So I'll just say, now I want you to act as a world-class copywriter and generate 20 hooks. And once we get those 20 hooks, we can filter them out, see which ones are the best. And then for those best ones, we can actually write leads for each one. So let's copy paste all of this. So, pattern to interrupt. Wait, don't buy another whitening treatment until you learn why your dentist is wrong about yellow teeth. All right, that's somewhat fine. I know it sounds crazy, but I finally fixed my yellow teeth with the same thing I used on my blonde hair. That's interesting. Let me say it. But actually, it does say that. Okay, stop that expensive whitening treatment you're about to buy is fighting the wrong battle. No, the whitening strips are making your teeth more yellow. Here's a strange reason why. I don't think this will be addressed in the actual BSL. So this weird purple discovery is making dentists rethink everything they knew about yellow teeth. Why are beauty experts suddenly talking about tooth undertones, and why does it matter for your smile? The surprising reason your teeth still look yellow after whitening, like this one. Beauty experts have been using this color correction technique for years, but never thought to try it on teeth until now. If you're tired of taking selfies at a special angle to hide your teeth, this 30-second discovery changes everything. Tired of looking yellow in every Zoom call? If you spent hundreds on whitening treatments that didn't work, this explains why. I will use that as well. Your yellow teeth are caused by coffee. Here's the scientific truth about your tooth color. Here's the, I would say, real truth. The real reason your teeth look yellow has nothing to do with stains. Yeah, so these 5 are the best ones. I would remove this if I had to leave 3. And yeah, I would leave these 3 if I had to choose. So I will put them there, and then I will use my next prompt for the leads. So I attach the 5 hooks. So now I have attached the 3 best hooks for our story-based Facebook VSL about our V34 color corrector serum. Now it will give me leads. Let me cut this up so it doesn't show as an attachment. So there, then I copy paste this. All right, now we can delete this to make it more organized. Yes. So it gives me it gives me 3 hooks for each, 3 leads for each hook. Let's filter out like the best 3 that we can use. So if you have tried every whitening treatment on the market, but you still have that yellowish tinge, what I discovered during my own desperate search for white teeth is going to change everything you thought you knew about tooth color. As an HR professional who spent, as I would say, as someone who spent over 2,000 on failed whitening treatments last year alone, I finally learned why some of us can't get white teeth, no matter how many strips, trays, or treatments we try. That is kind of controversial and makes you want to find out more. For everyone who's tired of hiding their smile in meetings and taking selfies at that perfect angle, those yellow teeth aren't your fault, and they're not caused by what you think. I know because I was the person spending hundreds on professional whitening treatments only to watch my teeth turn yellow within weeks. But what my dentist finally revealed about truth color changed everything. What I discovered about tooth color changed everything. If you have ever looked in the mirror after an expensive whitening treatment and wonder why your teeth still look yellow, you're not alone. Like you, I tried everything. This is very specific, like some people might not have expensive whitening treatment. If you're someone who's invested in professional whitening treatments, for everyone who's tired of wasting money on whitening products, if you've ever felt frustrated watching your teeth turn yellow just weeks after an expensive whitening treatment, pay close attention. Maybe this is a potential lead. As someone who spent thousands on trying to fix my yellow teeth, I learned about tooth color from an unexpected source. What I accidentally learned about tooth color completely changed my understanding of white conditioning. completely change. I would just simplify it, completely change everything. Then for the next hook, if you're blaming your morning coffee for those yellow teeth, what I discovered will surprise you. Um, After years of limiting my coffee intake and still seeing yellow teeth in every photo, I finally learned the real science behind tooth color, and it's not what you've been told. This discovery transformed not just my smile, but my entire approach to teeth whitening. I'll just simplify and say, let me explain. For everyone who's been told to give up coffee for whiter teeth, stop torturing yourself. As a coffee lover who couldn't imagine facing my job without my daily cup, I discovered why reducing stains isn't the answer. I like this one a lot more. I like these ones, all of these three. If you're feeling guilty about your coffee habit and its effect on your teeth, you need to hear this. Like you, I thought my 3 daily cups of coffee were the enemy, but after spending thousands of failed whitening treatments, I learned something shocking about tooth color that even most dental professionals don't talk about. So yeah, I like this one. I will replace that one. I'll move this one again. Yeah, these would be the 3 leads I would go with. Make this one a bit easier to understand. Prompt for the lead above, edit it to make it more simple and lower grade reading level. Cut it up in multiple shorter sentences, not too long sentences. I mean, meant too long, not too. Right, this is pretty alright. If you tried every whitening treatment out there, but your teeth are still yellow, but discovered will change everything. I was just like you. Alright, now we have our leads, we have our hooks. Alright. Let's see if these hooks also align with the leads. So, the surprising reason your teeth are still yellow after whitening. If you tried everything out there, if you're blaming coffee, if you're feeling guilty about coffee, yeah, it makes sense. If you spend hundreds on whitening treatments that don't work, this explains why. And then basically starts again. If you tried every whitening treatment out there, all changes to you need to see this. That makes more sense. And then your yellow teeth aren't caused by coffee. Here's the real truth about tooth color. If you tried every whitening treatment out there, if you're blaming your morning coffee for those yellow teeth, what I discovered will surprise you. Yeah, that works. So 3 hooks, 3 leads. Now let's get to the body copy. So here I need to figure out where can we start. So if you tried, I don't want to start another part with if, because all these start with if. So I would delete this, and I would start with stop throwing away money on whitening strips that burn your gums. I found out why your teeth still look yellow even after professional whitening treatments. I would even remove professional, because many people haven't tried professional. They maybe like tried some home remedies or some of those like whitening strips. So I'm Sarah, and as a HR director, my smile is literally part of my job. Every morning, I would stare in the mirror, dreading another day of client meetings and trying to hide my yellow teeth. Between the constant video calls and team photos, it feels like my teeth were always on display. And let's be honest, my coffee habit wasn't helping. 3 cups during work hours alone, plus my morning brew at home. I knew it was staining my teeth, but I couldn't give it up. Now with my schedule, I tried everything: professional whitening treatments that cost more than my monthly car payment, every brand on whitening strips on the market, natural remedies that tasted like garden soil. Nothing worked, or worse, they worked for a week. Then my teeth would go right back to yellow. Then came the moment that changed everything. Our company was expanding, and I was up for a major promotion, director of global HR. I got a role that could change my life. The final interview was in 2 weeks and included a presentation to the entire executive team. I was desperate. I spent $800 on emergency professional whitening. The results: intense sensitivity, and barely any difference in color. That's when my dentist said something that stopped me in my tracks. Sarah, the problem isn't just stains. Your yellow teeth have natural yellow undertones, just like skin has undertones. Hmm. Here, the problem I have with this is that she goes to like, well, that's not a dentist, but that's some professional um, that gives the $800 treatment, and then like almost like the same expert says like that's actually not the problem. So let me ask AI. So I spent 800 on emergency professional whitening. The result: intense tooth sensitivity and barely any difference in color. I'll just say rewrite the above differently. What doesn't make sense now is that she goes for a $800 professional treatment, and then suddenly a dentist, which could be the colleague or which could be working in the same clinic, tells that uh, the stains aren't the only problem. It sounds unprofessional and not real. Okay, so I will keep this. I spent $800 on emergency professional whitening. The results: intense tooth sensitivity. And I will put this, but I couldn't leave it like this. I was desperate to fix my teeth before the presentation, so I scheduled an appointment with a new dentist, one who specializes in cosmetic dentistry. But instead of offering me uh, another whitening treatment, I'll change this. But what he said shocked me. So instead of offering me another whitening treatment, she said something that stopped me in my tracks. That shocked me. I will leave it like that. Sarah, I need to be honest with you. The reason your teeth whitening isn't working isn't because of your stains. Let's center this. Your teeth have naturally yellow undertones, just like the skin has undertones. So I almost dropped my phone. What did she mean, undertones? She explained that just like how some people have warm and cool skin undertones, our teeth have natural undertones that show through, and no amount of whitening can fully cover these undertones, just like how no amount of foundation can change your skin's natural undertone. That's why those expensive treatments weren't working. They were trying to bleach away something that was natural to my teeth. It's called yellow undertone effect, and in the end, it affects millions of people, especially those of us who, well, can't live without coffee. I'll remove that. We can't live without hot coffee. Then my hairstylist mentioned something that made everything click. And it doesn't make sense. Why does it go to the hairstylist suddenly? You know how those purple shampoo cans. You know how purple shampoo cancels out brassiness in blonde hair. It's basic color theory. Purple neutralizes yellow. It doesn't make sense. And then it goes from a dentist to a hairstylist to the product. All right. So I will put this. The transitions above don't make sense. It goes dentist, all right, cosmetic, hair stylist, discovering the product. Remove the hair stylist completely. Said that the dentist said that she went home after the dentist and started looking for solutions online, and that's when she stumbled on. I see why it mentions hairstylist because it like compares this product to a shampoo, but overall, like the transition isn't right. So where did we leave off? So, all right. So that night I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about what my dentist said about undertones, so I started researching online, desperately looking for anything that could help. That's when I stumbled across something fascinating, color correction, and then it hit me. If yellow was the natural undertone, couldn't we neutralize it? That's when I stumbled upon V34, um, a teeth color corrector that works exactly like purple shampoo, but for your teeth. Uh, let's see. Yeah, I won't mention the shampoo since I didn't mention the hairstylist. So a teeth color corrector that works by neutralizing yellow undertones. The science behind it is so simple, I couldn't believe no one thought of it before. You see, on the color wheel, purple and yellow are opposite of each other. Let's compare how it is here. Oh yeah, I didn't even say anything about that. So color wheel, purple and yellow are opposite each other. When you apply purple, it instantly neutralizes yellow, not by harsh bleaching or stripping away enamel, but by simply color correcting the yellow undertones. I was skeptical at first. All those failed treatments and our products seemed too good to be true, but I had that presentation coming up and I was running out of options. The morning of my first try, I applied the V34 right after brushing. It took less than 30 seconds. When I looked in the mirror, I literally gasped. The yellowness that had haunted me for years neutralized. My teeth looked actually white, not that fake, fluorescent white you get from strips, but the kind of white that makes you look healthy and confident. So my only issue with this is that here it doesn't explain like the actual mechanism and the concept well enough. So I've included in AI prompt. Above, you don't explain the mechanism and the process in the body teeth well and detailed enough. Explain it in more detail, but in a simple way without childish metaphors. Oh wait, proof and science. Okay, doesn't touch on it anyway. So what happens from the moment it's applied to when the teeth are white? All right. So on the color wheel, purple and yellow sit opposite of each other. They're what color scientists? Is that a real word? Color scientist? Okay, that when these colors meet, they cancel each other out. That's just basic color science. V34 uses this principle with a specialized purple tinted formula that bends your teeth surface. The moment you apply it, the purple pigment starts working, instantly neutralizing those yellow undertones that show through your enamel. It doesn't try to bleach or strip anything away. Instead, it works with your teeth's natural structure, adding a microscopic layer that corrects the color. Think of it as a color collecting concealer, but specifically engineered for teeth. It doesn't mask or cover up. It actually neutralizes the yellow at its source. That's why it works instantly. And why there's no sensitivity or damage to your enamel. That says I'll skip the graph first. But even after learning all of this, I was still skeptical. And I would say because after all those failed treatments, all right, now I think it's a lot better. So proof in science, the science actually makes perfect sense. Think about it, we use color correction every day, purple shampoo for blonde hair, green concealer for red spots, blue tinted moisturizer for sallow skin. I'll actually remove it because it's not relatable for men. Yeah, we'll just continue with this. And I'm not the only one seeing results. In clinical trials, people saw immediate improvement in their teeth color, real people with real yellow teeth, finally finding a solution that actually works. What makes V34 different is that it's not trying to fight nature. Instead of harsh peroxides that strip your enamel and leave your teeth sensitive, it works with your teeth's natural structure. no sensitivity, no damage, just immediate results that actually last. And then the best part, you don't have to change your lifestyle. I still drink my coffee, probably more than I should, but now I just keep V34 in my desk drawer, meeting in 5 minutes, quick touch up, and I'm ready to go. Date night after work, no problem. Video call with the CEO, no, bring it on. Let me break down why this works so differently than everyone else. First, it's instant, no waiting for 14 days, no wearing strips, no sitting with trays in your mouth all night. Second, there's zero sensitivity, none. I used to get shooting pains just from drinking cold water after whitening treatments. With the V34, nothing. Third, it's practically foolproof. If you can apply lip gloss, you can use a V34. One swipe and you're done. Look, I would change this maybe to chapstick because this is also targeted at men. Look, I know what you're thinking because I thought the same thing. How can something so simple work when all those expensive treatments failed? But here's the reality. We've been solving this problem the wrong way. We've been trying to bleach away something that's natural to our teeth. And yes, I was worried about the cost too, but let's be honest. I spent over $2,000 last year on treatments that didn't work. Professional whitening, 500 a session, premium whitening strips, 50 a box, and then needing new ones every month. Even those charcoal treatments add up. And remember that promotion I mentioned? I got it. During my presentation for the first time in years, I wasn't thinking about my teeth. It was just me, confident, professional, smiling without holding back. But it wasn't just about the work. It's about feeling like yourself again, taking photos without worrying about angles, laughing without covering your mouth, going on dates without that voice in your head saying they're definitely noticing your real teeth. And right now, V34 is offering a special first-time customer discount. But I have to be honest, once people try this and see how well it works, these kits sell out fast, really fast. Don't wait until your next big meeting or special event. Don't spend another day holding back your smile. Click below to check if V34 is still in stock and to see if you qualify for the special discount. This is your chance to finally solve the real reason behind your yellow teeth and get the naturally white smile you deserve. And click the link below now to learn more about V34 and your future self will thank you. I usually remove these, so the last thing they say is to click the button. Yeah, overall, that's pretty much it. Pretty good script. I changed the explanation of how it works. Then some maybe poor transitions here and there, but other than that, pretty simple. Same with leads. The ball leads and hooks. I picked 3 of my favorite ones, and yeah, that's it.